Hello everybody, my name is Binks and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of negative prompts inside of Stable Diffusion and why your images aren't quite what you're seeing generated on the internet. As a couple of side notes before we get started, I'll be using ProtoGen version 3.4, his photorealism release, him being Darkstorm 2150. He's got a lot of other great models on here on his Civet AI page if you're interested in checking those out. The link to ProtoGen 3.4 photorealism will be in the description. And just kind of looking at the ProtoGen page here, you can see a lot of great examples of the type of images that you can generate with this model. So I'm going to go ahead and use the negative prompt that this image used. So I'm just going to click on this I button here and copy everything that's under the negative prompt space by hitting Control C or right clicking and copy. I'm going to head back over to Stable Diffusion here, but I'm not quite going to paste it into the negative prompt space just yet. So what I'm going to do is just type in a portrait of a blonde woman, comma, medieval. This will just let it be a little bit more stylized, give it something to generate something for us to start with. My favorite sampling method for ProtoGen is the DPM++ SDE Keras, and I'll normally turn the sampling steps up to something like 30. I'll also increase the height from 512 to 768 or something similar to give us more of a portrait look. Turn the config scale up to something like 10. I find that works well with this particular model. I will check restore faces. This is just the default options here, and I'll click generate. So we've generated our image here, and this could be a good picture for someone who is going for this result, but this isn't what we were going for. So what we're going to do is just close out of that, and we're just going to Control V or right click paste in our negative prompt here. And you can see there's a whole lot of words here now that we can read them better, and they're all the things that you really don't want. The first one that we'll notice is canvas frame. One thing that Stable Diffusion will like to do if you use the word portrait is to put a canvas frame around your image. By putting that as the first word in our negative prompt, the AI is now going to try as hard as it can to not have a canvas frame in the image. It's also going to try really hard to not make the subject disfigured, have extra limbs, be mutated, other things like that. You can kind of start to see how you can craft these to get the result that you want. So we're just going to run the same exact thing, but with this prompt, and we'll see what we get. Now you can tell the difference between the two images much more clearly. This looks like it was meant to be put inside of a physical canvas frame and shown on a wall. The hat thing is a little bit interesting. I'm not sure that I've ever seen something like that, especially in medieval times, and I'm somewhat of a history geek, but the hair looks much better. The jewelry definitely is a little bit odd, but we can get closer to what we want by using a more detailed actual prompt. It's not normally good practice to do something as simple as what I've just typed in there, though it can, as you've seen, give good results. So what I've done here is copied and pasted my other negative prompt that I use for portraits and things of that nature into here, and this will be in the description for you guys to copy as well. And I've kind of tailored our original prompt to be a little bit more what I want. So it's now a portrait of a blonde woman, medieval model shoot style, and then it goes on to describe her in multiple different ways with multiple different keywords. So we will go ahead and let this run, and this is an example of a well-trained model being run with a very tailored prompt, a very tailored negative prompt, using tailored sampling settings, and this is what you can get. All right, everybody, and as you can see, an absolutely stunning image generated with all of that work we put into it. And that's one of the great things about this AI that I find enjoyable is there is a little bit of work and artistry that goes into it. You have to figure out how the system works, and it takes a little while to do that. Hopefully, I've been able to give you some tips. I encourage you to go out and just click that generate button over and over again. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.